Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Adam, and in today's video, I'm going to do a review of the Rode VideoMic Go 2, but what I'm going to do is really share my top 3 reasons why I would recommend getting this from real world experience. And what you're hearing now is actually the first way I would use it. I'll show a photo here or somewhere along the screen of where I have it. I have it on a boom arm, and I have it just out of the frame. I mean, even if I were to bring the mic closer right here, you would see it barely come in the frame. You could see it at the edge right there. That's literally how out of frame I have it. It's just on the edge to where I have the video mic settings on my camera. The input is not at the halfway mark. I'll take a photo of that too. It's just near there. It's like the 1/3 mark. And I think it sounds incredible, especially in a room where there's no soundproofing or blankets hanging, and I'm not engineer like that. I just don't have that kind of equipment yet for my channel. So maybe this will help you if you're not somebody who is having a channel that's all decked out with your sound gear too, and you don't have pillows and blankets hanging in this and that, and you just want to see a basic creator like myself and what it would sound like. Now that we got this sound test done, let's go into my second favorite reason why. So first reason now is having it on a boom arm, and sure, you can place this in different areas, but for me, I don't really like hanging it above my head because then I need a really long extensive cable. And what I have now is just one I got from a Deity mic connected to this. And when I had it hanging above my head for this test, it just showed it was in the scene and this and that, and I said, okay, there's no reason to do it that way just because everyone else does. I like to keep it right here. This actually is my preferred way of doing it now. Now let's get into my second favorite way to use this microphone. All right, now my second favorite way of using this microphone is in this manner, connected to an iPhone or a smartphone, and you can use the app similar like you can on a desktop. I actually did this for a lot of my TikToks in the past with the Rode NTG microphone, the $249 one. I would hold it like this and kind of had a reporter kind of sound, but because it's connected to the phone, you know, you can move it around, you can set it up on a boom pole, you could do you don't have to hold it like this, you can use it like you would a regular camera. So for me, I think if you're doing social media content and you're stationary, especially unless you want to carry this around, this is a phenomenal way to build content and to actually sound good regardless of the kind of content that you're making. Now, my third favorite way of using this microphone is what you're hearing now, and that's using it as a podcast style microphone. In the screen recording that I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you the settings in the Rode Central app, and I'll probably be looking down a lot, but I just want to make sure I actually see what I'm doing as I'm recording this. And there's the kind of 3 ways I like to use it as a podcast mic. And I've been using this actually for a lot of web calls, Zoom calls, Google Meet, and even just sales calls, like just using it for business. I've been actually using this, and it's been a lot of fun because it leaves a really good first impression. Obviously, who is doing calls, sales calls with a podcast style, like a microphone like this? I mean, trust me when I say you leave a good first impression. You might even throw people aback because they're like, whoa, I've had people tell me I sound like I'm in the room with them, which sounds hilarious. But they're just like, they would even ask me if I have a podcast. I've had that happen a couple of times too with what I do in real estate. But I love that. You know, it makes you sound different. Instead of doing Zoom calls without a microphone like this, especially if you're going to invest money, $100 into this, you have the first way I told you, and then the second way, and then now this way. Just only 3. There's other ways you can use. I think there's like 5 or 7 ways you can use this. But let's get into the Rode Central app real quick. And in the background, you can see I'm actually using Audacity to record this. And actually, let me show you that first. I have the input about like not even halfway, like that's barely 1/3 of the volume, and I'm talking pretty quiet just because of how close the microphone is. This is about 4 inches from my mouth. And let's go back to the Rode Central app. Now, this is my first time really using a microphone like this, so I don't even know what some of these mean without looking them up, if you know what I'm saying. But here's the input level, and you can see I barely even have it at 1/3. I'm going to go halfway, and then I'm going to go all the way, and actually I'm going to whisper. This is pretty sensitive. I mean, even with my monitoring, this is crazy sensitive. So let me go back halfway, and then I'm talking at my normal volume again, and then back to where it was. So hopefully that was easy to bear. because man, that was pretty loud in my ears. And I had the direct monitoring only like halfway, and it was still pretty loud. So anyhow, you have your HF boost here. I just turned that on. I'm not sure exactly how big of a difference it's going to make, but again, I'm coming in this review total newbie, first time really using a microphone like this. And then HPF at 75, and then at 150, and now it's off. Now let's go back to padding. Yeah, I don't know if I just turned that on and I don't hear my monitoring at all. So let me go back to turning that off. Okay, now it's back to normal. All right, so from a newbie perspective of using a microphone and getting a microphone like this, what do I think? For me, again, if you're using it because you're just really looking for one microphone that does it all, to me, this is it. I mean, I even use the NTG, the $249 one. I'll show it on the screen. I used that microphone. I forgot the full name of it. And it was incredible. I used it just like in the 3 ways I told you. But I had buyer's remorse because of how expensive it was. Now that they came out with this $100 one, I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. Because this is like, it's such a steal, in my opinion, for everything you can do. I use it for sales calls. I can use it for voiceovers on TikTok videos or while recording a video, which is huge if you're a social media content creator like myself with TikTok and whatnot. You just sound so crisp, even if it's a video facing you, because you don't have to worry about distance. Like you can have, like I was saying, you can have the microphone right here and still do the selfie from like out here or whatever, however you set it up, as long as you have a cable long enough. And that's incredible. And then the number one way of using it just for regular video connected to your camera, that's crazy. So think about it. It's connected to my computer right now. I've used it for my camera and my smartphone. I can't think of any other microphone for $100 that is this versatile. So thank you very much for watching this review. I really hope it was helpful. It was just total newbie perspective. No fancy editing or nothing other than the sound. No fancy video or B-roll. But anyhow, thank you for watching this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see y'all on the next one.